Joanne, we've had this conversation. You've called the police. The police have determined it does not shine in your house. I will turn it off.
Welcome to the Business and Pleasure of Flowers. We're your hosts, Vonda Lefevre
and Lori Wilson, and we believe that business and fun are a perfect combination. Kind of like us, Vonda. Good morning, Vonda. I have my Gimme All the Dogs coffee mug.
Give me all the dogs. Okay.
It says, give me all the dogs.
Well, I just have my water. I've already had a couple cups of coffee, so it's time to change to water and detox after all the food last week, right?
You know what we did for Thanksgiving for the very first time in my entire some years of my life? We went out.
Wow.
Sat at a restaurant, and I kind of liked it. I didn't think I would.
Okay.
I didn't think I would, but we were in Oklahoma for Thanksgiving visiting my sweet mother-in-law and my husband's side of the family, and I saw my sister and some of my side. And since it was a smaller group, there was only I think 8 or 9, my husband's cousin, who always does the big meal, was like, you know what? We're making reservations.
Well, there you go.
Do it. And we did it, and we had the greatest time.
Nice.
It was really nice, and we enjoyed it. And then we went back to her house for pie, which was good. So I don't know. It was fun. I don't know if I would want to do that every single holiday, but it was kind of nice.
It was nice for a break, and especially since your children weren't around.
Yes.
It made a big difference.
Yes,
so
it was just great. Mark and I, and again, it wasn't in town where we are. We were the guests, so.
Well, and then you rolled into coming back and Lenny.
Yes, life with Lenny. So we got back on Friday because Sunday he turned the big 9-1.
Wow.
And so that was really fun. We had 17 people over. That was a big group for lunch because he goes to bed at 6 o'clock. So we couldn't do dinner.
So lunch with Lenny, with everybody there.
Lunch with Lenny.
For his
Yep,
birthday.
And he requested my spaghetti sauce. He loves spaghetti.
Okay.
So I made a big old pot, which is easy to make when you're feeding that many people. So it was really fun. His brother, my Uncle Danny, who is 12 or 13 years younger than him, lives here. And so my cousins, everybody came over, and my son and his girlfriend came. So it was a really, really good time. And I was telling you earlier, the funniest part was it started around 1. He was napping upstairs. Everybody got here. He came down, and it was like a surprise party, even though it wasn't a surprise party. He looked around, and we were like, surprise! I've told you 20 times, but again, it's your birthday.
That's all right. Yep.
Yep. And so it was funny. He had 2 helpings, which is a big deal for him.
Oh, he loved it. He loved it.
He loved it. And then by about 3 o'clock, he just told everybody, I'm ready to go home.
Yeah.
And so
that's the best kind of party. It's like
it was. And so
doesn't last
everybody
forever.
was like, oh, okay. I guess Uncle Brock's ready for us to go home. And so it's like, thanks. This is great. So it was good. It was good. But Vonda, holy smokes, it's December.
I know, right? December 1st today. This is going to air tomorrow, the 2nd of December. How in the world did it get to be December?
I don't know. I had a couple emails this morning from some of our members, and the first one was from Marissa at Debbie's Bloomers, and she's like, happy December 1st. And I'm like, I had to sit a minute. I was like, is she wrong? Oh my gosh, she's not wrong. It's December.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, it's crazy. Christmas shopping, I need to start that. And so anyway, I was wondering, it's like, what are flower shops feeling right now? What do you think?
It depends, right? So every shop, obviously, as we've talked before, is so different. But right after Thanksgiving, you're doing a lot of installs. We had Marlon on a few weeks ago, and his started right after Halloween. But this is when a lot of businesses, especially, they're like, let's get it. Let's decorate here, there, in homes, home decorations. And people are coming in to supplement maybe with a wreath that they need or garland, any extra things to finish decorating their homes. So there's a lot of that going on. Poinsettias, this is the week that the corporations, when they're sending something special out to their clients, a lot of times poinsettias or gift baskets,
Mhm.
that's going out like the first of
Yeah.
the month. So in a lot of shops, it's really busy. It's that
Yeah.
repeat business. And my suggestion is if you've done it in the past and you haven't heard from that client, pick up the phone and call them and say, hey, is this something that we can still
Yeah.
get done for you? If you
Yeah.
haven't done that. I mean, a lot of our shops, you encourage them to do that the 1st of November. It's like,
Yeah.
look ahead. Who do you need to call and encourage to make
Yeah.
those orders? So
Yeah.
that's the kind of thing that's happening at this point. Christmas
Yeah.
parties on the weekends, and I was talking to someone on Friday, actually right after Thanksgiving, and she was like, "Yeah, I have 2 big parties coming up on the 5th and 6th." So there's a lot going on, and but let's be real, as we look at all the social platforms, there's a lot of anxiety out there too, right?
Yes. Yeah. Leading up to Thanksgiving,
Mhm.
I saw a lot of it. People across the board, East Coast all the way to West Coast, right? I'm always trying to look for pattern.
Mhm.
Like, is it demographics? Is it whatever? I saw none.
No, I'm with you. There was nothing.
Size, it didn't matter. The size of the shop, big, small. Some were slow, some were crazy busy.
Right,
It just there was no rhyme or reason to
right.
me, but I'm not an economist. I mean, you would probably have to check with Charlie Hall. He might
He
have
might
more
give you some
data than me,
yeah,
you
but I
know?
don't think it didn't matter. You're right. It
No,
was
it just really depended, but I will say I got some emails over the weekend, one from our buddy Monty from Watanabe in Hawaii, and I'll share another time because I wanna ask for his permission, but he did a promotion this year that really resulted in a very, very high ROI. And he did not, like, pay for boost posts, but he did a lot of social media on it, and he was like, "I cannot believe how well this did." They had done it before, but not as big as this.
okay.
And he's like, "I just wanted to share," because his whole point was, this will scale
Mhm,
down or up. It
mhm,
doesn't matter the size of the shop.
mhm.
It's just about marketing the promotion.
Well, it's about promoting yourself. Monty is so good at promotion.
Yes,
When he thinks
yes,
outside the box and he's
right.
happy to share what he does, I just love that about him. We just love that about Monty. I think everyone, instead of sitting back being worried, that doesn't help, right? You
Right,
just have to
right.
get out there and do
Well, and he used all in his subject lines and his post, it was all Black Friday sale
okay.
because everybody's looking for that,
Sure.
and why not play off of it?
Mhm.
Everybody's looking for that online or whatever, so play off of that, and it was like 25% off of any future delivery,
Mm,
not excluding sympathy and wedding, but
mhm.
it was for future, you buy in future, and anyway, I don't wanna give off all of the statistics without permission,
Yeah,
but it was an incredible thing, and they're gonna try it again next year for, like, Cyber Monday.
sure.
Too. So, taking advantage of what the events are, for your shop,
Using what consumers are used
already
to
looking for.
buying, right, or looking
Right,
for. Yeah,
right,
yeah.
right.
Love
So,
that.
yeah, but this is for future delivery.
So
So,
let's talk, Lori, because you brought up customers and this time
yeah,
of year, and they're
yeah.
looking for a bargain, or
So, I was gonna segue, we've been looking online, and we're always reading in all of the florist forums. We're also seeing post after post after post of, getting ungrateful customer or a disgruntled customer, and I'm just like, "God, what is going on
mhm,
with humans these days? Like, why are people so angry?" And so I sent you this little bullet point outline, how I
all your ideas coming
come back.
together.
Yeah, I just start brain dumping, as Ellie calls it. And I was like, maybe we need to do a podcast called Not Every Customer is Mad, Some Are Just Lonely.
Mm, mhm.
And one of the things that triggered this was not even something from this industry. It was a TikTok, of
Of
course, that I was scrolling through, and I was actually searching for something management related or leadership, because I'm always trying to learn something, but something came across, and it was a lot of people will post their Ring videos from
Mm,
their doorbell
yep.
thing, and some of them are very funny because it's of people falling or kids being silly, whatever. But this particular one was a sequential Ring videos, and it was of this elderly woman that kept coming over to a neighbor's house, and she'd ring the doorbell, and she would get mad at them because they had a light on the side of their house, and she said it would shine in her bedroom, and can they turn it off? And the man was like, whatever her name, we're gonna call her Joanne, I don't know what her name was, I can't remember, and he was like, "Joanne, we've had this conversation. You've called the police. The police have determined it does not shine in your house. I will turn it off. This is the, I don't know, 20th time you've come over." I mean, she's very old. And he said, "But let me ask you this. Do you just want to come over and sit on this porch and maybe have a glass of iced tea?" I mean, this makes me want to cry.
Oh,
"Are you just lonely?" And she starts crying. And she turns from this angry to where everyone watching is like, "Oh, I hate old women like that," to just this lonely, sad, and you just see the
oh my
side.
gosh, make me cry.
Yeah. Oh, totally. And he said, "Because I'm happy to sit and be your friend. Come on in. Have a glass of tea." And she said, "Well, I just don't have anybody." Like, it was just this
Oh,
moment of he gets it. He took a minute.
he
And
figured it
instead of
out.
saying, "Listen, the cops have already been here.
Yeah.
It doesn't shine in your house. Go home, you old bat," like, which is what we all want to say because she's been here so many times.
Yeah. Yeah.
And what it shows is this is a pretty big black man and a tiny little white lady, and you assume this is going to be a racial thing, and it has nothing to do with it at all.
Right.
She's just bored and lonely, and she has no other way to get attention. So she's like, "I'm just gonna get mad about something. That guy's home, so I'm gonna go back over," like, it's all she knows. And so he breaks down this wall. Anyway, my point is, I looked at that and I was like, "Wow, maybe there are some customers
Mhm.
that are maybe not this angry about the wilted rose. Maybe they're just lonely."
Right.
So what do we do with that? Because we can't say, "Well, just come in and have a glass of iced tea," and right?
No.
But we've had to learn this the hard way as humans,
Sure.
right? Like, I mean, watching that made me think, "Gosh, I've got to learn to pause a minute I instead of
Reacting.
jump back and defending myself."
Yeah. It's too easy just to do that, right? As you're telling that story, it makes me think about the game, so to speak, that sometimes I do at an airport. And it started years ago when I was with somebody at the airport, and Jim Ganger would sit there and he'd make stories about everybody who'd walk by the airport.
Yes.
And it was very interesting because it was like you could see people that were sad, and he'd say, "Oh, they're on the way to a funeral. They're because so and
Yeah,
so probably died." And then it's like, "Oh, they're going on a party. You can tell by the way they're dressed,"
yeah,
that
yeah.
kind of thing. But it makes me even think about when customers come in because we don't know what they're going through, Lori.
We don't
It's
know.
like when you're listening to those people who are at the airport counter just lashing out at the person
Yeah,
because they can't get on that flight on time or
right,
something's going on. And it reminds you of the situations we have in a flower shop when somebody's not happy where the delivery was done too soon, too late, not the time they thought, the flowers weren't what they were. Whatever it was, gosh, we don't know, right?
right, right. And so not all of us, including you and me, and I would imagine the majority of people that are customer facing, especially part-time employees. None of us are therapists.
No.
We just like to play one on a podcast, but right?
Yes, you
But
are the
I'm
great therapist on this podcast,
right,
Lori.
right, right. But we are not equipped with the knowledge to help this person and
Mm,
do therapy with them. But what we can do is come up with positive triggers for ourself when somebody says something like that. Go, okay, I'm going to pause a minute. How am I going to respond?
mhm, mhm.
Because what I'm seeing more now, I'm not talking about our members only Facebook group. I'm talking about all the floral Facebook groups,
Right.
even our non-floral Facebook groups. I'm in like some of our neighborhood Facebook groups, like restaurant groups and stuff, because I'm always looking at customer service stuff. You know
Of
me.
course you are.
I'm seeing more and more responses from the manager or employee telling the story. A customer came in, blah, 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 blah. I'm not doing that. I'm not, da, da, da. It's not our fault. It's just,
Yeah.
and other people going in and going, yeah, it's okay to fire your customer. And it is. It is. We've talked about that. Absolutely. But it shouldn't be your first line of defense.
Mhm. That's right.
Don't you think?
Oh,
Like,
totally.
let's maybe that's strike 3.
Yeah, I would agree. I would agree that's strike 3 because you have this up here, and I think it's so important. It's not all about us. It's not what we're seeing in that person, and firing them right away isn't helping you as a business
Right.
grow, right? It's gonna be like, "Ooh, don't go there and make them mad." You're not gonna have any customers left if you
Right.
continue to fire your customers.
Right. Right.
And just listening to see, maybe you can find out what it is, like the doorbell, right? Is
Right.
there something,
Right.
that's triggering that? But I think
Yeah.
you're right. You've gotta set up some what's your first and your second before you fire the customer?
Yeah. That's that's the hard thing, and I get there's gonna be some. I mean, some of the ones that we're seeing, people that are trying to commit fraud and that type of thing,
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
absolutely. Those to me are not even real humans. They're bots that are trying to. I'm not talking about those people.
Mhm. The other thing, Lori, before we even get into this, I think it's important to check yourself at the door. What have you gone through in this last bit of time that's making you react the way you are? Because sometimes, whew, we don't even think of that. We're like, "Ooh, I'm just gonna fire that customer. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna that." And it's like, "Okay, wait a minute. Check yourself. What happened? You were late to work because this happened. You were late to work for that, or this has happened. Your mom's in the hospital, this." And all that emotionally is weighing on you. And so think about that when you're reacting to that person.
Well, it really sucks that you say that because we talk about that in sales prep school. I talk about the
Do
mental mindset, the importance of preparing your mind before you walk in the door. I mean, I try to do that every morning before I start work just because I think every human walking around right now carries a lot of burdens. We all carry a lot of things. Everybody's look different, but
Mhm.
to them, they're a lot.
Right.
And so we have to, I don't know, I just try to get a little bit of perspective maybe
Mhm.
before I start my day because I know people think, oh, Lori's so nice. But you've seen that side of me. I can, when my energy is drained and my cup is drained and I'm not
Filling
in
it
that
back
room,
up. Mhm.
boy, it's rough.
Yeah.
It's really rough. And so if I was physically working in a flower shop
Mhm.
month of December every day,
Yep.
customer facing and daily I'm getting kind of a bitchy customer,
Yep.
I'm telling you, that'd be
Hard.
hard.
Mhm. Really hard. It
It
is,
would be
and
hard for me not to fire them. It
Mhm.
truly would.
Right, and that's why you have to change that mindset before you even start to speak with them, and when they start on the negative side, that's when you just kinda have to go, "Oh, hey, what's going on here?"
Yeah. Yeah. And so one of the things I wrote down is as a florist or as a customer service person for a flower shop, you don't just take an order, right? You
Mm,
don't just go, "Oh, okay, do you want a beautiful flower?" You absorb the emotions of whatever that customer wants to evoke,
mhm,
whether it's sympathy,
mhm,
joy of a baby,
mhm,
love
mhm.
of a secret admirer, like whatever it is, you're absorbing that.
Absolutely. I mean, it's a roller coaster of emotions that a
It is a
florist goes
roller
through on a
coaster.
daily
You
basis.
I'm surprised not every single person that works there is not bipolar because they're just going all over the place, honestly. You are absorbing whatever emotion that customer's in, you're getting in that mindset.
And I think that's what we have to remember, that we are selling emotions, and that's why we have that
Right.
roller coaster. We are putting ourselves in that place. We're being empathetic, doing what we're supposed to do, but we have to remember
Mhm.
that we're selling that emotional part, and so don't let that bring you down, right? Is that what
Right.
you're kinda trying to
Yeah.
tell us, Lori?
Yeah, but with that is you also have to absorb that when that customer comes back and they're mad about something,
Mm.
you're gonna absorb the anger.
That's the
And
hard part not to absorb, right? Mm.
right, right. That's the tough part of all of this. So, I don't know, there's not like a magic pill or a magic trick to saying, "Disassociate,
Right.
fake it,"
Mm.
because we all know in this industry who's gonna fake it and who's not. I mean, authenticity is what sells.
Yes, it does.
We
100%.
know that, and if I'm standing across from a customer service person, I can quickly tell if they are truly authentic or not, if they're faking it or not. So, I don't know what the answer is to all of this. I think why I wanted to talk about it is to say we acknowledge that you guys deal with this. We did have some phrases that can be helpful to kind of bring down that person when you first want to go, I'm sorry, you put your hydrangeas next to your heating vent. That's why they're brown the next day. Instead of saying when they call to say, these are awful. You gave me cheap flowers, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, things like, I hear what you're saying and I can see how that would be confusing.
Mhm.
So phrases like that. Thank you so much for your feedback. Something as simple as that.
Mhm.
Like, thank you for your feedback. It's in the tone
Mm.
also.
Absolutely.
It's in the tone. This is one I really like, and I literally used it this weekend. Let's see if we can turn this around for you.
Mm. Ooh, I like that one.
Let's see what we can do. Let's
Mm.
see if we can turn this around.
I really like that one.
Yeah.
I also like the one, "Thank you for taking the time to explain that to me."
Yes. Yes.
Because when they're explaining, you can see that their mood is getting better. It's de-escalating just
Yes.
when they're saying those things.
Yes. Yes.
I like that. See if we can turn this around.
Yes.
Those are some really helpful
Yeah.
things.
Yeah. I also like, gosh, that is a valid concern. I get it.
Mhm. Yeah.
Simple as that. Even if you don't really get it,
Think how
just
you would feel if
think
somebody
how
was
you would
telling you
feel
these
if
things.
someone said, "God, that valid. Yes, that's a valid concern."
Mhm.
You're like, "Oh, good. I'm not crazy."
And this one you use, I've heard you use this one, Lori. "I need a little more information to
Mhm.
understand the situation. Do you mind if I ask you a few questions?" And
Yes.
I've actually had other customer service people on the phone, that's something that
Yeah.
corporations must use, like
Yes.
for
Yep. It's
Verizon.
really yes.
Yeah.
It's really good. And I always use the word we, like, we're gonna work through this. We're gonna figure this out. Like, you're not leaving them in the dark or in the lurk or whatever. Like, we're gonna figure this out.
Mhm.
Hang in there with me, even if it's an email or it's on the phone. Let's see what we can do. So, just phrases to let them know, I hear you. We're going to figure this out together. I get it. You're hurting.
Mhm.
It may not be anything we did, but
Yes,
we're going to
just
figure this
we're gonna
out.
figure this out. I think that as we go into this season, just keeping those things in mind, having a few phrases in your back pocket,
Yeah.
and the big thing, and you have this written in bold, which makes sense,
Yeah.
your kindness matters. Your
Yeah.
patience matter, and the way you show up for strangers matters. I'm gonna finish with this story because it brought tears to my eyes this weekend. I was in Walmart, just going to Walmart,
Mhm.
pick up some
Mhm.
last little minute things. It is so busy, crazy, people
Yeah.
everywhere, and
That would bring tears to my eyes if we Walmart this week.
and there's always this one lady who is so, so kind, and she always when you're done, she's like, "God bless you," and
Mhm.
wheeling up is this person in a wheelchair, can't even hold their head up. They're, like, looking down. This lady gets on the floor, looking up in this person's face, and was listening to them, listening, kindness. Everybody else was ignoring this person totally because they knew
She can't
it's
get up.
work. It's a lot of work. And she
Yeah.
would get one thing and then she would call and somebody would run and go get whatever they needed. And kindness
Mhm.
matters.
It's all
Patience matter. And
it does.
showing up for a stranger really
Showing
matters.
up. It truly does. The way you show up.
The way you
The
show up.
way you show up,
And I
and
just said,
it
"Oh my
can look
gosh."
different. I think my hope and prayer for this podcast that, like I said, we have no top 3 takeaways like we usually do, but I do hope that whoever listens to it will take from it to pause the next time they get a customer and think, "Okay, what are my triggers? What are some phrases? How can I diffuse
Mhm.
and what maybe is going on in their life. I don't need to know the scenario. Your goal is not to find out, "Hey,
Yeah.
what's going on? Do we need to sit down and talk?" Like, even though I would love to do
We would
that,
do that, but yeah,
you don't have time.
don't have time.
That's not the goal. You'll never know all of what's going on in their life. But just think, going back to your story about your friend in the airport, maybe they just came from their mother's hospice room. Like,
Yeah,
you just don't know.
you don't.
And it's okay if you have to make that scenario up
Yeah.
to give them grace,
Mhm.
and that's your starting point for the conversation.
Yeah.
If you have to do that to get through the conversation,
Mm.
that's okay,
Yeah.
because it really will help your mental health too.
It helps everyone all the way
It
around.
helps everybody all around. Go, "Whew," and think it's okay. They're gonna go off, they're happier, and crisis averted.
So take a deep breath and move forward. We hope it's a fabulous month.
Thank you so much for listening to our podcast. We hope you enjoyed spending time with us because we enjoy spending time with you. If you did, make sure you hit that subscribe button or add the business and pleasure of flowers to your Google morning routine or your flash briefing on Alexa. We look forward to seeing you next week.
So please come back and join us and discover how a bit of knowledge and one small change in your mindset can take you to new levels in your life and business.